This week on BGTV,
Haley Leonard will be taking us on a behind-the-scenes look at a magical holiday show.
Jack Mahoney will be showing us what it takes to prepare for the basketball season.
Nolan Bennett will give us an inside scoop on a fun but intricate class here at Washingtonville High School.
Dylan Bonisic will be discovering the true meaning of being a role model.
And Avery Kane is back with another installment of Kane on the Street. Hey Wizards! I'm Alex.
And I'm Bella.
And this is BGTV. Are you ready?
Yeah. The Nutcracker is a magical holiday show that is performed during the holiday season each year.
Last week, the New York Performing Arts Center performed the Nutcracker here at the high school with their very own special twist.
Haley Leonard was lucky enough to be able to experience this magic and give us a chance to experience it with her. So what the show is about is that it's a spin-off of the original Nutcracker with Alice in Wonderland.
We do the Nutcracker every year, but this year it's Alice in Wonderland too.
I think this is a really different Nutcracker than what we normally do. We normally do more traditional things with like little twists.
It's overall a really cool plot, and I think it's very fun this year, and people get to have a lot of fun with it.
I mean, it's a very different Nutcracker this year, but I think that's what makes it really fun, and it's been really fun to do it.
Since it's a twist, it's like super awesome, not your traditional Nutcracker, but with some traditional Nutcracker elements like Clara's story.
The show is about Clara's adventure through Wonderland.
So it starts off as Clara, she gets all of these presents, and she gets a mad Nutcracker instead of a normal Nutcracker.
And Clara falls asleep after her party, and in her dream, she meets Alice and all of these other characters that help her explore through Wonderland.
And we've got the same characters that we all know and love.
So my role in the Nutcracker is the Mad Nutcracker. It is a mixture of the general Nutcracker that's in the Nutcracker and the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland.
I am the Hip Hop Snow Queen, the first ever Hip Hop Snow Queen.
I'm Tweedledee.
And I'm Tweedledum.
I'm the Queen of Hearts. I'm Clara, and I get taken down a rabbit hole by Alice, and I get to explore Wonderland and watch all the amazing dances.
And we do this big production number with all the characters and my big advanced ballet class in the background.
The show was my last show as a senior. I'll never be doing the Nutcracker ever again. I'm pretty sad about it.
I think that it's really cool that we got to do Alice in Wonderland as our last Nutcracker because we got to be Tweedledee and Tweedledum together, and it's just like special.
Kind of just to add on to like what you said, I just think that this whole theme was really, really cool, and I'm really happy that this was like our last Nutcracker, and it was like a really good one.
I'm super proud of all the dancers, and they should be proud of themselves because they put so much hard work into it, and I'm super proud. Are you proud?
Yeah.
That rocks. So congrats, New York Pack.
As winter sports are starting up, our Wizards are putting in a tremendous amount of hard work to prepare for their upcoming seasons.
On this week's episode of Sports with Jack, we will get an inside look at what it takes to prepare for the basketball season.
The camera. BGTV, shout out BGTV, baby. What's up, Wizard Nation? Basketball season's around the corner and we're ready. Let's take a look at the team this year.
Team, what are your goals heading into this year's season? Obviously the goal is to win a section chip, to win it all, to go far. But I'm excited for this year. We got an interesting group of kids, a bunch of transfers, a bunch of returners, some JV kids. So it'll be interesting to see how we mix up, going up into a higher division, AA. And I think it'll just be a great year. Hopefully we'll bring home a section championship.
Being the youngest player on this team?
It feels good, I look up to these guys like brothers. I'm gonna be the last one on the team when these dudes graduate, and I'm looking forward to it. I learned a lot from these guys, and I'm gonna just miss them.
They keep everybody's head up. You make a mistake, it's the next play. They really show encouragement in a lot of the younger players, and they're great role models for the younger players as well.
How does this year's varsity basketball team look to the JV players?
Those players are inspiring to me. I've watched them all play. I like to copy a few of their moves too, and I have high hopes for the varsity team this year.
JV season, I felt like I didn't perform too well. So over the summer, I started lifting weights, getting bigger, stronger, started putting up shots, started working out every day from morning to night. And just worked out every day.
And we're just ready for both this season and next season, and I can't wait, to be honest.
Stop being lazy!
Goals for this season?
My goal is just to win it all. Just have fun with my friends, make it far home, catch bang outs, and to just kill, you feel me? And that's it. It was weird at first, but now I get to know everyone, so now it's just having fun.
The team is looking really good this year. I think we can make a run in the state championship, even though we moved up to AA. We got a couple of transfers, a couple of new kids, and we're looking like a lot faster, stronger, better team this year.
I like that we're starting to come together. We're starting to play together. We're starting to play a little bit more unselfish. I could see it in our offense. We're making the extra pass. And if we buy into giving up a good shot for a better shot and a better shot for a great shot, I think we're going to do all right this year. I'm very excited. I've never had more than one transfer ever. I probably only had about 4 transfers in the last 15 years that have had an impact, and I feel like all 3 of them can have an impact. We're in AA this year. We were in A last year, so we got a little bit tougher schedule. We got to play Newburgh twice, Kingston twice, Middletown twice, Monroe twice, and Pine Bush twice. So the 5 bigger schools, we're now playing 2 times. That's going to be a challenge, but a challenge that I'm looking forward to.
I'll see you guys next week on Sports with Jack.
And now let's take a quick commercial break.
Seeing as how it's a season of giving, it's the perfect time to give the ones you love a special gift. Stop by Levon Inspirations on 16 East Main Street to pick up that special gift for the ones you love the most.
Looking for a job? Attention students looking for a part-time employment. Be sure to check the job board in the high school guidance office for opportunities to explore. On Thursday, December 8th, Student Orange will be hosting an instant admissions event for Washingtonville High School from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. There is no application fee. Please visit the guidance office for information.
Have you ever heard of that class that everyone refers to as BGTV?
No, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, me neither. Well, good thing that Nolan is here to give us an inside look of what the media journalism class is really all about.
What's going on, Wizard Nation? Today, I decided to give you guys a behind-the-scenes look of what actually goes on at BGTV. Let's see what everyone's up to.
So, our week actually starts on Friday. After we watch the show, we have creative meetings with the people in our field and brainstorms ideas for this week. But with a 2-day week, we've spent the time having a Friendsgiving feast and playing Frisbee instead. Here's a clip of Michaela playing Frisbee from this past Tuesday. She's a lot better at editing the show than playing Frisbee, but she's still learning.
Oh, tremendous defense!
And here's what it really looks like for the anchors when they record. They have to go over their script countless times, but they get it eventually.
On this week's episode of Sports
Now, let's look at some people that you haven't seen on the camera just quite yet.
Hey everybody, my name is Connor Pierce, and I'm one of the podcasters here at BGTV. Check our website and keep in tune with this week's episode. We're going to be talking to USA in the World Cup campaign.
Connor has a pretty cool setup to create his podcast in. I'm a little jealous.
David Rodriguez, and today...
But there's even more to BGTV than just podcasting and filming.
Hi, my name is Troy Isbell. I'm on newsletter for BGTV. Make sure to check out our website to check out all the podcasting and articles that we write. And make sure to check out our new episode that comes out on Friday.
And for the field crew, editing can be brutal. Thankfully, we have Mr. Waldy to help us out when we get stuck. We'll see you next week, Wizard Nation.
Do you have any important role models in your life?
Yeah, my mom is definitely one of my biggest role models. What about you?
One of my biggest role models is my older cousin Lindsay. This week, Dylan will be talking to people of all ages to discover what it means to be a role model.
Making the right choice isn't always the easiest thing to do, but there's some students at Washington that just seem to always do the right thing. Those are what we consider role models, so let's go talk to a few. So Jaden, what are some of these traits that you look for in the upperclassmen that you see every single day, the seniors on the team, stuff like that?
I just look for leadership and like going to be a senior next year. I want to be a big role model for like the other kids in the grades below. You know, seeing the seniors this year and the work that they put in and the leadership that they show in the classroom and like on the court, you know, be a great leader for the underclassmen.
John, what would you say to other students in that position of yours, being a senior, having a bunch of kids look up to them? What would you say to encourage them to be a good role model?
Always act like someone's watching. The younger kids, they take a lot from you, especially the freshmen, sophomores. We were in that position one day, so you always just gotta, act like all those younger kids are watching and they'll take it from you.
Mr. Cloud, being a teacher in Washingtonville, I understand that the kids look up to you and they kind of look after you, what you do. How does this affect the way you carry yourself?
Well, I think the important thing is to model good behavior. I think any good teacher would say that. Effective teaching is you have to be you. You can't be anybody else. I was inspired by my teachers as well. I had some great people I had when I was a student, and I worked with people as a teacher, but I can't be them. I can only be myself. So all I really try to do is try to be the best version of me, and you own it as much as you can. And I think if students know that you are generally here for them and that your motivation is to be, okay, I'm here to help you guys out and, again, talk about history and all that kind of fun stuff, they respect that, I think. I think it just kind of works out that way. All right, buddy.
I appreciate it.
All
right.
This week, Avery took a trip to the middle school where she interviewed staff and students on frequently debated topics.
Let's take a look at what their opinions are on this week's installment of Kane on the Street.
Iron Wizards. It's Avery. It's Kane on the Street. We're going to the middle school today. Let's go.
Alright guys, we're at the middle school. Like I said, we're going to ask some controversial questions, Let's go. Psych, no one's here.
It's math red. I got math blue. What color? Lead. Yeah. What color? That was blue. Yeah, that was blue. Math subject. Yeah, my color no blue. Red. No, it was blue. Red. Blue. It was blue. I think it's the same. Green. We started a war. Let's go at it. Orange or orange?
Orange.
Is it pecan or pecan? What's going on here? Pecan. Pecan or pecan? Hey, Manuel.
Pecan.
It's pecan.
Pecan.
Okay.
What? 6th grade thought math was red. 7th grade thought math was blue. Math is green. He said it. You heard it from him. It's not green.
Thank you so much for watching.
Hope to see you next week, Wizards.
I'm Alex.
And I'm Bella.
And this is BGTV.
Hey. That was loud. I wouldn't normally talk that loud.
I'm Alex. And I'm Bella. And this is BGTV.
Tell me when you're done and then give me your rating.
Bye.
It's hard to do.
Oh,
when
yeah.
when you're just average height to be a role model, because everyone's looking down on you. Okay, no one's really looking up to you, and as a role model, you want people to look up to you, but they're just looking down at me all the time.
That's deep.
From like freshman year on.
That's deep.
Yeah, I know.
I never looked down at you. I always
you
look up
never
at you.
did. Yeah, which I appreciate it because you're always sitting.
Yeah.
And I'm always standing,
Mhm.
so I do appreciate that.
Yep.
We missed it, didn't we? Did we miss it?
When you started yelling at him because I thought it was like. BGTV bloopers. For real? Brittany.
Stop the camera.
Do you want me to do one of these?
No, you don't have to slouch. No,
What's
it's
up,
okay.
Cloud?
No.
I know you see. That was Security Joe. He's like famous Security Joe.
Is my hair up here in the way? I hate when it does that.
No one's outside right now. No one's outside right now. BGTV's outside right now.
Hey, I made it.
You look like an egg.